If you've decided to fill your diets with fresh fruits and vegetables, you can enjoy those flavors all year long with canning or preserving. Does the idea sound daunting? No, says author of Pickles and Preserves, Andrea Weigl. Andrea is an experienced food writer and chef, and she joins me now. So good to have you here.
It's lovely to be here.
Yeah, people probably recognize your name and they think, I know that from somewhere. You've been around writing for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes, I work at the News and Observer, and I've been the food writer for 7 years.
Yes, and we have enjoyed your columns. So what led you to write this book?
Canning is something that I took up 7 years ago. I was driving home from work and on a whim bought a canner and taught myself how to do it. And when UNC Press approached me about doing one of these cookbooks, I said, I think I'd like to do pickles or preserves.
Oh, okay. So what have you learned about canning? I mean, did you grow up doing it, or you, like you said, just picked it up 7 years ago?
No, I didn't grow up doing it. My grandmother did it, my mother did it, but I never ventured into that part.
Same with me. My mother and grandmothers did it too. Yeah.
But I taught myself and started like most people do, which is making strawberry jam or peach preserves. And I'm telling you, if I can do it, you can do it.
Okay, so what do we have here?
Okay, so I brought some yellow squash pickles, which happen to be my most requested pickles.
All right.
When I give people a jar of these, they always want another jar. Okay. and then I also brought pear honey, which is like pear butter, only made with pears and pineapples.
Should I eat them separately or together like a sandwich? Okay. Okay, which should I try first?
Go with the sweet first and then go savory.
Okay. Yummy.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's really...
No, it's really good.
It's really fun. And the one thing I really like about this is when you have a stocked pantry, you always have the hostess gift. That's the gift for the daycare teacher or the school teacher. You always have, what saves me is I can never get my act together at Christmas to bake things to give to people, but if I have a pantry full of canned goods, I do have gifts to give people.
This is really tasty. How long can you keep canned food?
They say about a year.
Okay.
So, I canned a bunch of stuff at the end of last season for my book events this spring, so it will last up to a year.
Okay, what tips would you share for people who've never done this before?
The great entree recipes are refrigerator pickles and freezer jams, because then you don't have to buy a canner. Okay. Then you can just buy, Ball makes these plastic canning jars that go in the freezer, go in the fridge, and they're perfect for, just making something in the kitchen and getting a great pickle or preserve reward very easily without a lot of work.
Okay, what's the oddest thing you've canned?
That's a good question.
Anything off the wall, or is it the typical stuff?
It's the typical stuff. I will say the hardest recipe I have done is watermelon rind pickles, and I had to do them for this book because it is such a classic Southern recipe. But it is a lot of work because you have to take all of the red fruit off the watermelon, you have to take all the green skin off the watermelon, and then you're left with this little bit that you're gonna can.
Yeah, so what does rind taste like?
You basically cook it in a very spiced, cinnamon spicy syrup. And so it's this very crisp kind of pickle that tastes almost like Christmas because it's got that cinnamon clove kind of flavor to it.
Who knew?
Yeah, so true old-timey Southerners love that recipe.
Yeah.
When they know that I have a jar of that to give away, they like to hear that.
Okay, you have several book signings coming up, right?
I do. Tomorrow night we'll be at Quail Ridge, and then at 7:30, and then I'm going to Flyleaf the following Wednesday and the Regulator the Wednesday after that. And you can check out my website, AndreaWeigl.com, for full details.
Very good. Well, thanks for dropping by and sharing some of your tasty preserves with us.
Oh, sure. I'm happy to.
If you visit mycarolinatoday.com right now, we have a couple of Andrea's recipes online.